hone your skills. Look, boy, you in the danger room. Yeah, you in the danger room. Come on now. It's like a dream.
Welcome back, y'all, to another race. This ain't much of a race. I just put this race out a few days ago. We're just doing a little more overview of the replay. A few crayon eaters in the comments are making allegations before I think they even seen the video. I don't think they watched it all. I think they just watched the little short I put up, and they're going from that. But anyway, it's only a couple people, but still, I don't want everybody else just reading off their comment and thinking that's the way it is. So we're gonna set the story straight here. We're gonna show some real dirty. Now, if you watch the other video and you see what I'm talking about, you probably won't want to watch this one. This is just for, like I say, new people. Welcome. If you're just now jumping in, I did put up the full video of this race. This is just one for the crayon eaters, but you're happy to watch it if you want to, and it's always appreciated. But let's jump in here and we'll show you some real dirty driving. It's going to start off with, we'll start right here with this one first. We're going to do one lap, the first lap. Now, this is just your starter lap. This is where everybody should be trying to keep their cool. Wait till, your car gets up to temp and your tires and all that crap. But you just watch. And it's 11 laps, but this is just going to be the first lap of each player. And then we'll show some bits and pieces of other stuff. Now, evidently, this person has had a problem with the one I have a problem with in here. So, look here, they're waiting on them. Bam. They're waiting on each other. Now, watch this. Straight up the inside, don't care. Cold tires just shoved away through all your cars has got to come to turn one, and they're all bunched up, so everybody's going to be on top of each other. But, you got the people know how to race, and then you got people that just knows how to push the pedal. And there's about 2 or 3 of them in here that's about as good as they are. Okay, instead of going straight to the left and going over there, that's your mistake. Let's look at that again. Let's back this up here. Now you're going to jump on the inside dive bomb like they're good for. Instead of going straight there, he's going to come over here just to hit them. Boom. Wow. Now this is just one, and this is lap 1. Better watch, Racer X. They're coming. Even though I said that, I've been 50-50 with Racer X. I've had good races with them, and then I've had some really shoddy ones. But hey, everybody has a good and bad day. And in that last video, I never once blamed anyone. I think in the video I said it's up to y'all. But I don't think the tadpod eaters can understand. They need to put let's see what happened here. Yeah. So see, they pushed their way to P5, but this one did. we'll stop it on the line here. That was one out of the bunch. Alright. We'll come back and we'll have it on the other one, which will be this one. Alright, now we're gonna follow along one lap with this character. Now, actually do each one laps. If you didn't get to watch this video, it is the full race, or you can finish watching this, and it's up to y'all. I mean, that's what's fabulous about this. You have choices. You can either watch it or you don't. It's up to y'all. Always has been. But watch this here. See, it's like they was. Just cuts in knowing there's going to be cars there, but cut in anyway. Now this is one I have a little tassel with because they're one of them thinks they're entitled to be where they're at. Nobody's to pass. And they try to make sure of it. Bang, boom. Ping pong. Ping ball through there, pinball. Just bam, bam, bam. I'm back there dodging them. I spent part of the race trying to dodge most of them. They race by themselves, a lot of these hot lappers. They do okay. It's just when they get near another car, they don't know what to do. They don't know when to go for the right move. Trust me, it goes on through the whole race though, but alright, there was one lap with them. And then we'll jump on and watch a lap of a person trying to do their best. Alright, we're going to jump in here and watch a one lap section of Switch Panel 65. Now, I thought I'd get eat up in the comments about this driver because I was calling them switch planes through the whole race, but the meaning behind that, this dude's on a different flight every time you race with him. One day they race really good and clean and fire, and the next day you race with them and it's totally opposite. So let's see what their attitude was today in this race, which I already know. Let's jump in here. Oop. A little on the loud pedals there. And I'm sitting there cautious. I was cautious, but I was giving them space. I was just getting a little clean air there to stay out of their draft at the moment. They go over on the left, so I go on around them. Plenty of space given. Now in a race, if you want to be a prick about it, and they're running the white line, you can get right over there beside of them. Now right there, I didn't understand that. If they wanted to go by, they could have went up the right side there. They do this a couple times in this race, and it kind of throwed me off. I was wondering why they didn't just go up the right-hand side of me. They had a good run, but they satisfied being behind me, I guess. I don't know what it was. I'm just trying to get my tires up and giving this pack up here a chance to thin out, but trying to stick with them. And I think Switch Panel was doing the same. Because this daggone Tomahawk is fast in a straight line. It ain't much good through these twisty bits, but it's fast in a straight line because I could break away from him in this area, but then they was all over me in the straights. I'm giving this bunch up here a little space because they're doing that, and they got a couple fire off there. Chilled out racer right there. Well, that Switch Panel, that's somebody trying to wait till their car got up. And they get in the race here in a minute. Alright, we'll jump back in and we'll watch another one that tries to do good. And then we'll jump in the whole replay as it went down, y'all. Alright, we'll take one lap with Racer X here. This is another racer I've had 50-50 with, but I have good and bad thoughts about different racers because sometimes they do some really wild things in a race, and sometimes they do some really good things. And this racer right here is one of them kind of racers. They can race really good one day, and then like I say, but if you're racing up on here, sometimes the dirty ones get to you to where one clown becomes two clowns. Let's jump in this one. Now, as you start the first lap, everybody's on top of everybody. It's what you do in that moment. See, they're lifting. They're not trying to hammer through there and push their way through. He even waited there. He could have went on through Hector, but they didn't. He lives there. Dude didn't lift at all. He's showing his intentions. He's trying to defend P5 here, but look at who comes sailing through. Look at all that back there. Done everything he could do to defend his position. No harm, no foul there. He's in the Tomahawk, wheeling that thing. That car's a handful. Alright, there's lap with Racer X. Alright, we'll start it all over and watch it as it comes up to the part that I'm in the middle of the question. And then we'll break it down and then finish the video. Alright, here we go. We're going to start from the back. And I'm only starting from the back because I'm trying to get my safety and driver rating up. I ain't starting in the back to be a prick and drive through racers. It's just, as you've seen so far, until all that thins out, you might as well stay out of it if you're trying to do your best race. So that's all I'm doing. Now, when they are a good race, and I know there's decent racers, I'll qualify for them. But not all the time. Alright, let's jump in here and watch this. Now, as you've seen, dirty racers right off the rip try to take advantage of people on cold tires, and they're all piled up. You see how they're getting a little crazy there. I'm just lifting, taking my time to give them some space, letting them know I ain't trying to be a enemy here. Now they get a good run down there. Like I say, that car's fast in a straight line. And I see them coming, so I go all the way over here. Bam. I didn't understand that. Don't know why they didn't run up the other side. I would have with a run like that. So I figured, well, they're happy to be there. Let's get these tires up and go, and we'll just both try to get our way through here. But yeah, the whole race I put up, I was calling this one Switch Plane. I've done it on purpose though. I figured I'd get some kind of comment about that, but not a one. Oh, it ends up being it. Well, you know, I had one comment. It was 50-50 on the level. And then there's a couple of them, they just straight up trolls. But, you know, we're going to fix that problem. And that way the future people read the comments, they're going to see that that was just bogus coaching. Now I'm going to stick to the basic race line for most part of the whole race. Until I can't do it, I have to switch, but... Alright, we're back up here on P10. Switch panel has a half-second slowdown. That's a difficult car to drive. Now this dude right here gets a really awesome play in this race. I think he gets lucky, or they get lucky, I should say. Good looking Red Bull livery. Racer X and the Tomahawk. See, they're even, this bunch is even driving the Metacar. The race is going pretty decent. Just trying to wait them out. It's a long race. They fire off to the left. That puts a big old gap between me and P7 then. Switch panel has come through behind me. They're still right there with me. I tried everything in the world to shake them to this race. I'd get us almost 2-second gap between us, and then the straights, they'd pull that gap back into hardly nothing. I had to run with everything I had just to stay out in front of them here. Same thing, I'm letting them know I'm going to stay left. Bam. I think they're just giving me a boost. I'm hoping that's what it was anyway. Because, I mean, if they was wanting to be dirty, they could have tapped me out several times. Like right in there, they could have got me pretty good. I was already losing the back end almost. Just to try to stay out front, and I was trying to run P6 down here, trying to close the gap. But they were taking a lot of off tracks to stay out there, so it's going to bring us closer right here. Now you'll watch this person, they'll start weaving on straight lines. Back and forwards during braking. So when you're racing, you race long enough, you know what their intentions is most likely going to be when they start that, because you ain't supposed to move under braking. Once you make a move going in, you're supposed to stick with your line. I start testing them out. I start moving left and right to see if they're going to react to it. So if you know they're faster than you, you know they're going to get you. Now right here I come well aware of this driver. I know I was going to be out in front of him. So I'm watching them. Now you see right here, they're going to come up tight, and they're a car and a half behind me. Now I brake hard, because I know what they're going to do. If I'd have took the regular race line, since I was out front and went and turned right about almost to the 50 board, that's about where I'll start turning into the corner if I'm out front. But instead, I hold it to the left here. And I brake hard, because I know what they're going to do. They're going to dive bomb up, and then where they go in tight in a hairpin, they're going to go out wide. Which would have been okay if they'd have done it, because in my book, I think if they'd have held their line and went down the line, which we'll show you, they would have been out front. But I'd have been alongside of them. See right there, they should have been holding their wheels straight, going down, straight down that line, and they are not. And plus, they got their wheel cut hard right, and they're fully on the gas pedal, which they should be straight and fully on the gas pedal. Somebody said they didn't have no room. They got plenty of room. They got almost a half a car still over here, because you can ride this line, which they're not pinched out. They're pulling their car over here, and you can tell. See, I'm on a regular race line. I'm going to shoot straight down alongside of them if they would have run their line straight. And I can't predict this, because we were running fast, because I'm going to run this in full speed after this. Yeah, I connect with them right here. Only because instead of them going straight down the track like they are, they're fighting the car, the angle it wants to go, and they're trying to force it this way, which comes over into me. See? No matter how you look at it. They should come out this turn, went down this line, wide open. And that would have put me right along the side of them. But instead, they're wanting to do like they're doing everybody else. They want to pull into a car and try to keep them from passing. Go eat you a box of crayons, y'all, and come back in the comments, 'cause they ain't nothing I can do, and that wasn't no dirty move. Yes, it is my job to not to hit them, but who's going to predict a car that had that much of a gap on you after a dive bomb is going to do this? But anyway, we'll start it back. I gotta get a picture of this. Alright, we'll pick it up right here on lap 3 and let it play straight through without stopping after we broke it down like that. And you'll see how the race was going. I was being cautious, and they done that, I gunned it. 'Cause I knew I'd get a heck of a lead on them. Then once I blowed by them, I watched what they was doing. I knew I couldn't take the regular line, so I just broke hard. And once they figured that out, and they zoomed by, well, they tried to fix their problem by coming into me, which they ended up where they belong. I know they got a good run, and like every race, I'll pull it straight over here. So they done the same. That car was real fast in a straight line, that's for sure. So I get a good lead in this section ahead of them. Then they come flying up on these long straights. I was having to run as everything I had just through these sections just to keep a little bit of gap between us. Second and a half slow down, who would have knew? Now in the regular race I threw the replay on the back. You'll see how this driver got the lead. It was pretty cool how they done it, because his bunch was pretty much going at each other, and he just snuck up under them and got them all. It's actually a good race once we got past this one and this one. The switch panel here kept the pressure on this whole race. Let's get through here and get a little closer to them. wee. Oh, they go in the pits. See how they got all them little flashing lights on over there? Right beside their throttle input. That helps you if you're struggling to putting the power down, but a lot of them use that so when they ram a car, it helps them from not getting caught up in the crash and spinning out. It does help a little bit. Also, if you take a lot of beatings from the back end, it helps you kind of hold it a little bit. So they got their traction on, is about it on this one. Any car that needed traction is this one. Whoa, which panel caught up with them quick. Let's back this up a minute. It's actually they've come out of the pits. They get no harm, no foul there. A little bit of rubbing, but boy, what a venture. Alright, it's four-way I'll go in. I just knowed I was going to hit the wrong side of that pin. 3-second slowdown ain't no joke here. It might as well be 10. Switch panel was behind me before they went in. So much time I got on them. About the same gap, see? After this, I become my own worst enemy, so. And they're gone. We're down to 10 positions now. Was 15. This dude's so dirty right here. He wants to go pit, so he wants to take this car with him. Messes this one's lap completely up. Then he tries to do it again right here. Down the straight line. See, that's dirty driving right there. He's a turd, you know. Trying to crash someone down a straight line. He ain't had enough of it, so luckily P2 sees them and knows what they're gonna do. And they do it again right here. They know they're gonna get overtook. Come right over, bam, bam, and spins them out. Really shoddy gamer right here. No race skill at all. Just straight crayon eater. Probably one of them that holds them signs up with all different hair colors. I'm glad we don't have that problem here. Ain't nobody put up with it. Well, when they got out front, they kept it and took off. I would have too, though. You gotta watch the first video if you want to see how they got up here. It was cool. They finally go into the pit. They pushing, boy, trying to catch me. Getting these slowdowns was helping me, though. I see P3 and them up there. I get to really pushing in this lap. Overdoing it. I had a decent enough gap between me and switch panel here. I should have been happy to keep P4. But you know how it is. It's a race. You're going to try to go with all you got. I really had fun racing with this one though. They put me under a lot of pressure. Now, I can't say it about every race we've been in together, but hey, shift happens. No hard feelings, nowhere, never are. Each race I leave that drama in that race. Sometimes you have to relive them like this time around because you got crayon eaters. See, I had a decent gap and I'm still going because I see them bunched up. We're running out of laps, I was thinking. I come in hot. Get on the loud pedal. Oh, not this round. Spoiler alert. We might as well go ahead and try to... Let's see where they're at. Yeah, they're way back there. They coming though. Like I say, I can keep ahead of him through this area, but in the long straights, he pulled that gap back up. got this going on up here. I was wanting to get in the middle of it, you know. You can see ahead of you a battle taking place and you can't get in the middle of it because you can't get caught up. You just start overdriving, at least I did. We was reeling them in. Oh, got another half second to slow down. Yeah, that's where I was getting a half a second to slow down. I should have just been happy, but missed my mark a little bit there. Around we go. I seen this one coming. Luckily, they done that. They've been a little closer. They about done the same thing. Boy, their tires are already gone. But we managed to still hold P5. I want to see how switch panel actually come in P3. Patience. They kept patience through the whole race, and they're going to come out with a real good finish. That's the key about it. Patience. You don't have to be always fast. You always got people in front of you do what I did. Ooh-wee. Hey, wait, that was not intentional. Look at it again. Get the 2-second slowdown for it, though. See how it's stuck out. Alright, they're coming up on a run. Ooh, they caught that grass and that slick thing. Well, they didn't mean to hit them. They get a 2-second slowdown anyway. Alright, that's how switch panel ends up. P3. They didn't try to jerk over. They kept the line because they know they messed up. Good job. And where's the dirty bunch? Bringing up the rear. Look at this. We'll try to pinch each other out. Bam. Get served on the back burner. Oh, Lordy. Go race you some AI, buddy. Learn how. This one needs to, too. Alright, y'all. As always, it's up to y'all. But thanks to the ones that watch the video, that has a level-minded, that can see that sometimes you can't help what others do. Until the next race, y'all, keep it groovy.